This is the project we're going to do today. This one is called Mosey Along, Little Cowboy. These are the stamps that were used. We used the Stampscapes Grassy Bluffs, number 392G, this one right here. We used the Stampscapes Horse Dog Man, number 423B. The Barren Water, number 426A. The Wavy Grass, 400D. And Cloud Strips, this is 296C. And from Stampin' Up, we used this group of trees from Lovely as a Tree. From Art Impressions, we used this little grass set from the Foliage set, 4051. And the little bundle of flowers from the WC Mini Flower set, number 5009. And from Making a Scene, we used the leafy tree, that's T8-186D. And let's begin. I'm going to use my Stampin' Up stamping platform, and I'm going to stamp on some Chrome Coat glossy paper. I'm using a My Sweet Petunia Misty Corners so that I can offset this. And we'll start by stamping the grassy hills, and I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black. Okay, I'm going to stamp again. This time I'm going to use some Stampin' Up Garden Green ink. Okay, next I'm going to stamp in my Wavy Grass. I'll start with the Memento Tuxedo Black. And now I'm going to stamp it again with my Stampin' Up Garden Green. Okay, back to my stamp platform. I'm going to put the work back in, and this time I'm going to stamp with Memento Tuxedo Black, the bear, and the cowboy. Okay, and I made a mask for the horse's head. And I'm going to change my top. And we'll stamp in the leafy tree. Okay, next I'm going to use a water-based marker, Marvy LePlume II, number 45 Sepia. And I'm just going to color in the trunk of this tree. Now I'll use a Marvy LePlume number 15, olive green. And I'm going to ink up the leaves of the tree. And now I will remove the mask. Okay, now I'm going to change this so that I can stamp in my Stampin' Up trees. And I will start with Memento Tuxedo Black. Now I'll use the same two Marvy LePlume II markers to color up these trees. Okay, and next I'll stamp in some of the cloud strips using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Okay, now I'll start adding in some of the sky color. I'm going to use Distress ink. We'll start with Tumbled Glass, then we'll go to Broken China, and end with Salty Ocean. And so I'm going to use my blending brush And I'm smearing the ink on these clouds a little bit, so I'm going to give this a little bit longer of a time to dry. Okay, and we'll continue on. Okay, I'm going to use some wild honey and rusty hinge. I'm going to use a blending brush that's small with a rounded head, and I'm going to just add some color into the shadow parts of the heels. Okay, and now I'm going to add some green. I'm going to use Mowed Lawn and Forest Moss, and I'm going to use my larger brush for this. Okay, I'm going to put it back in my stamping platform and re-stamp the bear and the cowboy. Okay, I'm going to use a Copic marker, G46, and just try and highlight some of the color in the tree. Okay, now I'm going to add some of the small grass from the Art Impression stamp, and I'll use my Stampin' Up! Garden Green. Okay, and I'll also try some of my number 15 Marvy marker, and I will just ink up with the marker. Okay, now I'm going to use a little flower bundle, and I am going to use my Marvy number 55 Iris Purple, and I will just ink up the flower portion, not the stems, and then I will just stamp in some random wildflowers. Okay, I'm going to use my Uniball white gel pen, and I am going to just put some little dots in here to where the highlights in the original stamp were. And I'm going to use some Hero Arts Unicorn White pigment ink. And I'm going to use a Fantastics applicator, which I have cut so that it's wedge. And I'm just going to add some white pigment ink to the tops of these clouds. And I want to put some birds up in the sky, so I'm going to use a Copic multiliner, a 0.3, and just make some birds in the sky. Okay, I'm going to try a Jelly Roll 0.08, and I'm going to one more time stamp in the bear. I'm just going to do the bear this time. And I think I'm also going to restamp these trees here with some black, just the tree portion. And I'm also going to stamp some more of the grass here. Okay, and I used my Marvy LePlume number 15 olive green to do that, and I stamped the grass because I wanted to ground the bear and the threesome over here a little better. Okay, and I think I'm just about finished with this. I'm just going to sign and date it. And I'm going to give it a chance to dry a little bit more, and then I'm going to spray it with my Krylon acrylic coating spray to protect it. And when I'm finished, I'll come back and show you the final product. Okay, and here is the final result, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.